Well, when I first fell in love. Well, when I first fell in love, I never held the one I loved. Not quite right. We did dancing at school, ballroom dancing, and I seem to remember, arm to arm dancing with her. And of course, to me, it was wonderful because she was in my range. And I used to long for her in class. I would look across the classroom, in science especially, where we were able to see each other because we were sitting at the workbenches across the room. And just to look at her was heaven. And she knew it. But she was never mine. And then at technical college, I came across Linda. She reminded me of Mum. But she was older than me, and I just knew in my heart, well, I won't get her by following. So I was the cool, calm guy. And apparently that was so in her eyes. And she was drawn to me, asked me out. I was utterly in love. The whole of the universe was now a pleasant place to me. I could kick through the leaves in the autumn and feel their reality. I could walk in the park and it was paradise. I could walk home miles from her house in the middle of the night, singing. I knew that to be in love was the finest experience imaginable. In fact, beyond, way beyond imaginable. Well, she actually loved someone else. Oh, okay. And I continued in life for a while. And a few relationships came. Don't get me wrong, each one was a blessing. And then I realized I was tired of the transitory. I longed for permanent. I came across Jean, who was noble. I didn't want her to be alone all her life. She'd be an old maid the way she was going, caring for her mum. Childcare officer she was. Older than me by about 6 years probably. I stepped into her life to rescue her. She had been crying out to God. She needed a solution. She just could not live with her mum any longer. So, God put the knight in shining armour there, Marshall. I brought what she'd not had really in her life. I brought romance and, in a strange way, the honour that she needed. Though I was not Christian, I was not rejecting. She took the opportunity. We were married for 18 years. But somehow in that, she got depressed and abandoned her religion and then abandoned her husband. Nothing was really right in her life. I was noble, faithful and true. Because I'd come to know you, God. I don't mean I was swept off my feet with joy. More an earnest understanding of the way to go. And it wasn't religion, although I most earnestly checked out ministry and so forth. It was not what I had become. I was blessed by coming across a book Merlin Carruthers had written, Prison to Praise. Many, many people have been so blessed. But I was not blessed into his religion, only to his enlightenment. I could recognize the incredible value of thankfulness, and I took it. So I thanked God for a wife that didn't love me. And God gave me an angel and took the wife away. It was both glorious and suffering experience at the same time. And I was blessed with so many miracles that he carried me through. I was filled with such thankfulness that the love of God, his love for me and mine for him, was everything. And so Jody too. Was married to me for 18 years. She drifted. Unaccountably, she drifted. And packed up religion. Well, that was understandable. But to give up God, that was not understandable. and then to give up me. Well, I was faithful and true. But God was not. He chose change. Gave me another angel. Staggering. An angel that loved God as I loved God. So I was rescued from the tragedy into a third wife. I was on a mission. She needed to know what love was. She knew what God was. She was the most earnest Seventh-day Adventist. But she knew she didn't know the love of God. And she knew I did. I did because of Mum. Mum was loving as Mum should be. It was a nightmare of a wife, but she was a wonderful Mum. She'd not purposed to be a nightmare of a wife. She was gorgeous and intelligent. And very concerned for the poor, the oppressed, those in need. But she couldn't abide those that weren't. Or weren't in the way that she was. That included God, of course. The world's God didn't curry much favour with her. She would read scripture as if it were a poor account of a very miserable train of events. And she loved me with a tenacity that would tear anyone to pieces that were a danger to me. So I came to know what love is. It's that which you need in your imperfection. And if you're offered perfection instead, you'll sneer at it. It's just not being appropriate. So you seek a love that excludes all else but the care of you. Which of course is not godly, except it's what you need. And you learn accordingly that it's not the way to go. Your love has to be something different. Something that rescues the poverty of even those that hate you. You see, nothing will do other than perfection, completion, comprehensive goodness, integrity. So I combined the worldly integrity of Dad with the worldly love and tenacity of Mum. Well, Dad tenacity too. And I found my God. Nothing else will do. Nothing else will do. My soul longs for you, Heavenly Dad. Nothing else will do. Well, yes, you're right. The angel left me. Left me in spirit. And then left me in the physical too. I was alone, but not alone. For the experience of it all had found that I had found my God. And carries me through. Joy, joy unspeakable, full of glory, standing in thy presence, O Lord. For thou art worthy to receive more than I could ever give. But, O Lord my God, I give my life to thee. Joy, joy unspeakable, full of glory, standing in thy presence, O Lord. Love you. Love you, Heavenly Dad. Love you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.